Snake donated $100. For the rings, I bought my wife a $400 ring. After X years of marriage, I got her a $30,000 ring. She was with me when I was grinding, and she's rewarded when we're coasting. Gold ding to your own grave and...
Gold ding to your own grave and? Gold ding?
Gold digging?
Gold dig?
Probably.
Gold digging?
Bought my wife. Okay, well, that's nice of him. He upgraded the ring.
I don't think it's gold digging to want a man who's financially stable enough to afford
waste
a
of money.
decent
Well,
ring.
To be fair,
money.
you can be financially stable, and then if anything, it shows your financial stability
Yeah.
by choosing to
true.
buy something that's less expensive because
Something
you know it's not
practical.
necessary. Yeah, it's practical because you don't need a $10,000 ring. But
No,
you could
I-
have 10 grand in the bank, but it's I'm not gonna spend that on a ring. I'll spend it on something useful. You know what I mean?
Especially if no one's balling in the situation, you know?
Yeah,
If
you can be well off enough to get married and provide and have a family and a house and all these things, and not give someone a ring that's more than it's necessary.
I don't know. I would just question if a guy can really afford to, pay for part of a wedding, a house.
You would know that.
You could
also.
know his finances
And-
without.
Yeah, you would know his finances without being if you can't afford $10,000 ring, that means you don't have $10,000.
Yeah, well, I would just think he doesn't care that
But
much.
they're also, if he's in his,
If he spends 100, I'm not even saying I think he should spend 10,000. I think that's ridiculous.
he's
I'm
in
just
his-
saying $100 just seems kind of tacky.
But
to
if he's
me.
in his mid to late 20s, there's also an element of investment there. You want to sort of back a good horse.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's a guy who has potential in 10 years' time to be something quite special, and women can normally sort of pick that, then that's a good investment as well. Whereas in their 20s, they might not be, but they might have a really fierce entrepreneurial fire about them that you can see. But it's probably better to go for a guy like that doesn't have as much money now, but he's got a lot of ambition, than a guy who's sort of just coasting into a sort of a ceiling job. So it's another thing to think
I
about.
would agree, but I also think you probably shouldn't get married to a woman if you couldn't potentially provide for a house.
Absolutely,
food,
but
kids.
that's not part of the ring question though. Would you personally buy a $10,000 object?
When did I say
personally?
10,000?
Okay, sorry, $1,000.
I'm just saying not $100. I'm
Okay.
saying not, because when I think of $100, I think you go to Walmart and there's just no thought, effort put into that at all. I want a man who wants to put effort and get me something nice. You only get one. I mean, I guess you can say, oh, I'm upgrading the ring later, but it's still a pretty special thing. I'd want a man to put a little bit more effort.
If it's
than
super cheap, it's just
$100.
low effort.
No, I agree.
Yeah.
I think the effort should be shown in the ring and how they pick it out.
Yeah.
It actually matches who you are. Obviously, you've heard the stories of guys getting a girl a gold ring and she only wears silver her whole life, and it's just
Yeah.
oh, you don't know me.
Well,
But
that
I
too,
think
for
that's
sure.
a different conversation than did you spend X amount of money equals your love for me? You know what I mean?
True. Look, if you love each other, you don't need to spend tens of thousands of dollars on a wedding ring to show it. If you don't love each other, no amount of money will change or improve your relationship. And the whole wedding ring thing, these holidays or Valentine's Day, which is coming up, it's got nothing to do with love. I mean, it's just a commercial gimmick that's manufactured by corporations, compelling men, sometimes women too, to spend money on things they neither need nor want.
And I think it's
Do you guys
it's
like
actually
that? That's
counterproductive
good.
too, because it almost makes it sound like men should only be romantic on this random day that Hallmark
yes.
decides, rather than you should just be romantic all the
preach,
time.
preach, girl,
What?
preach.
Don't.
Let's
let
get back to the
Hallmark,
bowing, though. Let's get back to the bowing. Okay,
Please
first
no.
off, look, again, I got to tackle this. Y'all want a dude to kneel, but you won't bow.
We could talk about what we're giving him. We're giving him we're literally using our bodies. to
What's that
provide
quote from?
children,
What's the quote with the whole, I'd rather live on my knee, wait, what is it?
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees.
I'd rather die on my feet than live on my knees. Who said that? Chat? Anybody
It's
in
for
the chat?
3 seconds.
What is?
The proposal. You're
A bow is nothing, though.
Loose Pussy Energy donated $100. These feminists have such a problem with bowing but will let chads/tyrones nut on their faces.
Hey, you stole this from
Get
me.
used to being
You
alone
stole
with
this
20
from me.
cats. Brian, Abdul is sending a large order of rocks. Hashtag Freenik number 8 at 18.
Get the rocks.
I don't think
Abdul? Yeah, get the rocks. Get the rocks.
Oh, free Nick.
I don't think
hashtag
that's
free Nick.
fair because the people who are answering that question
Free
are
Nick or
the
Nick?
ones that are in that industry.
I coined this a couple shows ago, but you'll have women, typically more liberal women, who but they're feminist, right? Who are I don't need no man, and like would never be like recoil at the thought of being submissive to a man or doing a bow, for example. Not even a bow. They just don't. They want to be independent boss babes. They're not open to following the man's lead, being submissive, whatever. They will gladly let a man come on their face, though. What the fuck? Like, I just want to bow, but you'll let a dude blast? Like, would you bow? You wouldn't bow, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
probably,
you would bow?
honestly. If
Okay.
somebody asked me, like, yeah, I mean, I can be like pretty submissive. Like, I don't know.
Okay. All right. It doesn't apply to you, but there's definitely like women out there who are like,
I
want
don't
a dude
know.
to come on their face, but oh no, he wants a bow, an innocent bow. That's where they draw the line. I love the bow thing. Everybody is very upset with the bowing. I don't know.
I don't know.
why.
I think it's kind of hot, like the bowing thing. Like, I think it could be
So-
like a hot thing. I don't know.
All right, she's redeemed her. The communist has redeemed herself.
But you also
She
don't have like
co-signs the
mutual
bow.
respect views with your partner, right? Like you're out with other guys while he's at home. So like I feel like that opinion, it only goes so far in the sense of like what you would or wouldn't do.
It's okay. It's a W.
I'm just saying,
You've got
I'm
a
just
W
saying.
on this one.